Hey everyone, welcome back. Let's talk Hbar, and as we get into Hedera, this is one of the cryptos that we've been talking about for months now, and pretty much one of my best plays that I've had since I've started trading crypto. We were buying Hbar at around 4 or 5, 6 cents, and all of the people that do watch my videos and are subscribed to the channels that we do talk crypto on, that's where I want to say, let's enjoy this, okay? And today's going to be a day that we definitely do, as we've had a pretty substantial stretch of red days where I think there was a lot of profit taking. People were selling at the tops. We did correct after being on a little bit of an altcoin run, and as this has shifted more towards Bitcoin dominance, we are having a great day here as we close out the weekend, where Hbar amongst other alts are doing exceedingly well, okay? So let's talk about what's happening with that. Please remember, guys, not financial advice. Always be sure to do your own research and make sure you subscribe down below and stick around to the end of the video where I give you my thoughts on Hbar moving forward. Okay, so let's segue into what we're seeing here in the overall market. And as we go down the board, Hbar is still ranked in the 15th spot. Not as much as a lot of other cryptos in the top 100, but we'll take a almost 2% day up into the green, as Hbar is currently trading at 28.90. And the interesting thing to note is it's still been a positive week, despite we did have some days at 23, 24, 25 cents. So it's nice to see that little rebound. Something that has kind of impacted us as a macro trend is the tariffs, right? There has been a somewhat of an announcement. Tipping of the hand maybe from Donald Trump and company, world leaders. They're talking about the EU, I believe, within some substantial tariff arrangement that does seem to look like greener pastures for crypto. As you all know, how that can impact the economy. It's something where the crypto traders, the market is very reactionary to what we see from the Department of Tariffs as it impacts the global economy. Okay, but Hbar, it's doing well. There's a huge announcement that I do want to segue into. That's what we're going to talk about right now. Robinhood and stablecoin momentum. All right, so we'll talk about that as it relates to Hbar all-time highs, or new all-time highs, I should say. But first, I do want to talk about the sponsor that I do have on my channel. This is BTCC, okay? This is an exchange that's been around for 14 plus years. Spot and leverage traders welcome. If you use my link down below, you will get a 10% bonus on your first time deposit, also 40% lower trading fees. So if you do trade on leverage, if you're looking for a new exchange, a foot in the door, if you will, it's a great promotion, okay? So check them out, do your due diligence, and if it's right for you, where you're located, check out their terms and conditions. Start trading today. BTCC, that link is down below in the description, okay? But this is what we came here to talk about, Robinhood and stablecoin momentum as it relates to Hbar. Now, this is one of the announcements, right? A couple days after we've seen that mainnet upgrade, okay? This is where we saw Hedera got listed on Robinhood, okay? Food for thought. A lot of people are kind of, you know, anti-exchange, anti-not your keys, not your crypto. But I do say, and I'm never going to tell you to buy or sell crypto, but I do say a lot to a lot of new beginners that ask, like, how do I just get started? Okay. If you're not some, you know, substantial player in the game and you're just there on a retail, kind of just want to get involved in some exposure. A lot of family, I kind of just say, hey, did you check out Robinhood yet? So I do think it's a huge element, one of the largest retail trading platforms in the United States. And, you know, it's nice because there's no fees for the most part. And, it is very seamless, great interface. So I'm a big proponent of Robinhood. I know a lot of people are like, not your keys, not your crypto, but, you know, I think everybody kind of got involved with crypto and Robinhood back when it was just like the SHIB and Doge kind of 2021 momentum, when you were just buying basically the 5 or 6 cryptos they had listed on their platform, okay? But as it relates to Hbar, so they did secure that listing, but what does this actually change? Well, here's the big news. 25 million potential traders. Now, this is separate from what Hbar is doing intrinsically, but this is something where you look into a lot of people that just use Robinhood only, okay? So if you're not listed on Robinhood, these crypto traders basically will not trade certain cryptos that aren't listed on Robinhood, okay? So being listed on there, Solana, Cardano just received kind of listings as well, but it doesn't necessarily kind of mean that Hbar's price is going to move. It just means that 25 potential traders will have access now, but the network within Hbar is surging, right? We've seen over 400% in terms of the supply on Hedera's price, and this has been dating back till June 25th. Now, one thing about this is that we have talked about stablecoin adoption a lot. The Hedera stablecoin studio that's helping developers develop and deploy stablecoins faster within baked-in support for proof of reserve, KYC. There's a lot of tools that do help developers to kind of put apps in front of more people and bring in more users to the economy, or the ecosystem, I should say. And that's what we're seeing. Okay, so as we look at it today, that chart looks bullish. Okay, you can see kind of how we've started that vibrant green candle after having a little bit of a correction. We've talked about it, and I've said in previous videos, right? My opinion personally, it was nothing where I was pounding the alarm. We were running extremely hot basically from the middle of July, not just from a temperature standpoint from the summer, but crypto was boiling. Okay, Bitcoin went down a little bit, altcoins had a little bit of a run, and now seemingly as we look at that top 10, top 100 list even, things are back, business as normal. Okay, so this is something for the month of July I'm very bullish on, because I do think that if you take it for what it's worth, historically, it's not always been the best month for crypto trading. Okay, so looking at kind of how we were at from July, the breakout plans that Hbar did have, some levels that are worth talking about. The 23 Fibonacci level, the 23.6 actually. This is something where we did kind of hit that twice, and now seemingly as we've broken through, looks like the next stop on the way is that resistance at 30 cents for Hbar, and that's kind of where we've seen some profit taking, some buying at the top. For example, some signals came across, and that's what we were dealt with. Okay, so there was a little bit of a correction. Seemingly we have weathered that storm, and now Hbar signaling some very positive metrics, and that upswing does look like it's continuing. So we'll see what the new week has in store. I do think that the Federal Reserve meeting going to be potentially lowering interest rates with the pressure from Jerome Powell. Very interested to see what kind of happens on that front personally. So we'll see kind of how that all plays out. But I do think that the 23 cents is kind of that floor right now that we have solidified ourselves on. And now we look for that upper level that we're going to try to retest as Hbar tries to break through 30 cents. Okay. So yes, the reactionary impact of the listing on Robinhood is bullish. Okay. 25 million users. How can you deny that? But also, I think that we look for that sustainability from what we're seeing here with this move. If it's going to depend on what's happening within stablecoin adoption on Hbar in their ecosystem. But for now, the technicals are very bullish. The chart looks good, fundamentals all there. So we'll kind of see what happens, because we could be talking about a 30 to 36 cents Hbar very shortly. And that's kind of the highlight as we close out the weekend. So want to give you guys my thoughts. As always, I do appreciate you returning to the channel. If you are a subscriber here, if you're not yet subscribed, hit that like button. Please subscribe down below and leave a comment. I like talking with you guys down below. We'll get the discussion going. Also, be sure to follow me on X if you have not done so. You can find my link in the description to my X page, as well as my handle will be in the bottom left of your screen as you're following along. So check it out. Appreciate you guys all tuning in, and we'll see you in the next video. Cheers.